we all have different skills as coaches. Kind of talked about that a little bit already. And I discovered a long time ago that one of my skills as a coach is organization. I think organization can trump a lot of things. If you plan what you do really well, it can help you get through a lot of things as a coach or as a teacher. I think this came from my 10 years of being a high school math teacher, where I was really good at planning. My first day as a math teacher, I had a math 1 class, very low level class. I thought I had everything planned out right, and it came up a little bit short, and that can be kind of a tough situation as your first day as a teacher. And so I promised myself never to do that again. So I overplan everything. Our practice time that we have an allotment in the gym is 2.5 hours. I could probably opt for longer than that because we have a lot of gym space. We're very lucky. That's different than the situation you might be in. We never go over 2.5 hours. As we go through the season, we do taper the time. We're really pretty efficient at what we do since we try to plan very well. I actually have practice plans from my first year as a college coach 30 years ago. I have binders in my office, and part of my preparation for our season when we start August 9th is I get them out. One of the first jobs I go through is I go through all of those plans and start making lists of ideas that a lot of them I haven't thought of in a long time, but that was a good idea. And I start going through drills, other activities, things we should practice, different ways to practice, different ideas. And then I go through, I have a file that I've kept throughout the year that through AVCA materials or Art of Coaching materials or conversations, it's just good ideas that I've run across this year that I then put into the mix and get them all in my head. It's really kind of neat doing these clinics, talking to people, listening to Russ and Terry and Joe. I do that after every weekend I go back. I have a 5-hour flight tomorrow, and a lot of the flight is going to be sitting and thinking about things that I heard that are new ideas, that because I lose them in my head if I don't write them down and stay organized with it. So I think one of the good things we do in our program, if you have someone that helps you, is I'm really okay with, not insecure at all about giving up a piece of the pie to whoever works for me. Their investment is greater in terms of doing that, and I think that has a lot of high value. But Denise Corlett, who's been with me since the day I got to Stanford, this is our 15th season together, she will know the first day of practice working up and planning what her responsibility is. For the last 4 or 5 years, it's been on the defensive side of the ball, defense and blocking. And so a lot of the stuff comes from her that we do every day, ideas she gives me. Jay Mansfield is going to switch this year and go to the offensive side of the ball and be in charge of our setters. I'm actually going to give up a little bit of that this year. But I can't keep myself from thinking about offense. That's just the part of the game I like to look at in practice a lot anyway. We're a little bit of an offensive team, I think you'd call us. It takes me about the same amount of time to plan a practice as it does to run the practice. Most of you don't have that luxury. I get that. For a long time, I didn't have that luxury either, but I take it now. I'm very, very specific in practice. The plan has every activity. It has what the focus during the drill or activity is that we're going to talk about, what the key things are that we're going to say to each player during the drill, and then what each coach's responsibility is during the drill. So that when they look at the plan, they know exactly what they're doing. But again, I have the time that I'm able to do that.